Getting. So yesterday we discussed about how we can create a file, right? So we discussed how to write the code and how to submit and how to go to the spool. So, so we'll create a sequential file team. Okay, yesterday I could not able to do it. Okay, at least we'll get a chance to do it today. So let me go back to bring the requirement. Yeah. Okay, team. So I'm going to do this requirement. So again, it takes again 20 to 30 minutes to complete the whole because I have to explain the other parameters also. Okay. I logged in. So guys, whenever you do login and do log out, kindly ping in the chat window, the WhatsApp group so that others will come to know if anybody is using or not. Okay. Okay. Let me create a one more program. PGM3, or I'll say PSCRT, that is a sequential file creation. So I'm writing a JCL, okay, to create a file. So the first one is an identifier, okay. The first one is an identifier. The name field is Venkat A, and you need to keep the name field 8 characters. Otherwise, what happens, I'll explain you. Then give space, job space, okay. And I'm giving 79977450850. I'm giving my contact number, okay, as a accounting information we use for billing purpose and tracking how much CPU resources is using by this job, and programmer name. So I'm giving our YouTube channel name, Venkat since 2010. Then we can write a parameters like notify is equal to ampersand sys user ID, or I'll give a Venkat A. So this is job cut. Then I write a step. Okay, step one. Then we need to create a file. So to create a file, we need a program. So the program name we are using IEF BR14, which is a predefined utility to create the file. Okay, identifier name field the execute PCM is equal to IEF BR14. The next one, we need to create a file according to this. So you should know the file name I'll create. So to specify the record length of the file, whether the file is existing or not. If it is not existing, what you should do, what is the primary quantity, what is the secondary quantity, what is the record length, all of them we have to specify on DD name. So DD1, again, it is a user defined name field. So // identifier DD1 is a name field. You can write anything which is user defined space DD Okay, we can write space DD. So we use DD to specify the dataset description, and DSN is the parameter to specify the dataset name. So we are going to discuss few more parameters now. DSN equal. So what is the use of this one? To specify the file name, nothing but dataset name. So I will give Venkat A dot B17 dot, okay, file one. DD1 DSN is equal to Venkat A B17 file one. And I'm going to give the record length. Okay, so we will give record length. So I will write a continuation parameter DCB. So DCB parameter is used to specify the record length. What is that? Record length, block size, type of the file, and logical record, block size, type of the file, and record format. Okay, so it has sub parameters. I'll tell you them. Okay, you have tried open bracket, close bracket, LRECL. It is a predefined one. Okay, logical record length. So what is the record length? The client asked 40. So 40. The block size, we can give multiple of record length. So 4 into 10, 400. So we got the block size. You are going to create a sequential file. So DSORG, dataset organization type, PS. Even if you don't give this file, this parameter, it will take default as a PS file. It will take default as a PS file. So give a comma, then record format is a fixed block, RECFM, RECFM, fixed block. I hope you're clear so far. So these are all sub-positional parameter. You should write only within the DCB. So then DSN, these two are belongs to DD. Okay, you cannot write DCB on execute. You cannot write on job cut. It is not allowed. It's not a valid. So I will give a comma. I'll give a comma. DCB. Then we need to specify the primary quantity, secondary quantity. So we use space is the parameter. So we use space parameter, space, okay, to specify the space, like primary quantity, secondary quantity, and is it a tracks or cylinders or bytes, to specify in which form we want to give. We give that. So there are so many in that space, but we are going to discuss few of them. Space open bracket TRK comma 1 comma 2 close bracket. So tracks means I'm going to allocate the space in the form of tracks. First parameter indicates it's a primary quantity. I'll give 3, 6. So the first parameter is a 3 that indicates primary quantity. So 3 tracks, primary quantity, 6 tracks, secondary quantity, we are allocating to this file. Is it clear?
Can you please explain what is track 3? What does that mean?
Sorry?
What is track 3, comma 6?
Uh, okay. Who is asking the question? Okay. So while you are creating a sequential file, okay, So if you did not attend my TSOISPF sessions, I request you to please watch them. Okay. So I will go here. I know
Okay.
this coming is coming from there only. Hence, attending and watching those videos are mandatory. So I'll
Okay.
go. So now, so if you see space units, tracks, I can give, blanks, block size, tracks, cylinders, kilobyte, megabyte, bytes. So, how much memory you want to allocate for this file
Mm-hmm.
on storage device. If I give bytes, okay, so primary quantity 10. What does mean? You can store in this particular file 10, but 10 is what? Kilobytes or
10
megabytes?
bytes.
It's a 10 bytes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 10 bytes we are allocating as a primary quantity. Once the primary
Mm-hmm.
quantity is utilized, then I am allocating secondary quantity 333 or I'll give it 300 secondary bytes. So means 10 plus 300. So around 310 bytes you are allocating for this file on your storage device.
So secondary quantity can be more than primary.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes.
Okay, and what is DS org equals PS?
Okay. So yeah, so I request, can I know the name? Who's asking?
And
Divya
my name is Ishu.
issue. Okay. So please watch TSO videos. I hope I sent it to you over email. Two sets I sent. You please watch them at least
Okay.
at any cost before next session. Okay,
Sure,
before
sure.
next session you watch it. Okay, but anyhow, because the time which I spent on TSOSP, that much time I may not able to spend to explain, but I'll give the
Okay.
answer. Okay, so we have a two types of files, right? There is a sequential file and partition data set. If you want to create a physical sequential file, so if you want to create a physical sequential file, then we give DSORG is a for flat file or sequential file are all same. Okay, sequential file. So we have a DSORG PO. We use to specify sorry to specify PDS. So to indicate that you are going to handle process PDS, then TSORG is a PO. So what type of the file you are specifying? That is the one. So record format is a fixed block. I have to explain in detail about it. So most all I'll explain tomorrow. By the way, team,
Okay.
so we don't have any
Thank
session
you.
on this weekend. Okay. This weekend we are not conducting. The reason is festival and I guess some other people might be traveling. So hence we don't have any session on this weekend. I said on the Monday later I realized, okay. So there is a festival, people might be moving here and there. Most of them. One or two people are there, I don't cancel it, but it's most of them. Okay. Yeah. So I hope you are clear. Every parameter now.
Yes.
LRECL is nothing but logical record length. Block size is nothing but
Yeah, but if we don't specify logical record length, it will take 80.
no, no, no. You cannot say it is 80, but I need to check it what is the default value is going to take as a number or it doesn't allow. We have to see that. Okay. You can try by removing that. I did not try, frankly speaking.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't give LRECL, what happens? Not sure.
All right. No problem. Thank you so much.
Okay. Right. Next is that. So we are done with this. I'll save it. Uh, we are not done by the way. Okay. So there is another parameter that is disposition. Okay. So disposition is the parameter to specify, to specify the status of the file. So whether the file is existing or not. Okay, all of them. So it has three sub parameters. It has three sub parameters. One is status. The second one is normal. Okay. The other one is abnormal. Abnormal. So these are all the parameters. Okay. Disposition status, normal and abnormal. Okay. So in place of status, we specify new, you specify new or old or share or mod. You can specify one of them. Okay. Status. In case of normal, we specify catalog or uncatalog, delete or new, not new, sorry, pass or keep. So one of them you can specify. So in case of abnormal, same catalog, uncatalog, delete one parameter. Okay, either pass or keep, something will not be there, but one of them will be there from here. Okay, so what happens this? Okay, I'll tell you the things. Disposition, new, catalog, delete. So very, very, very important, comma. So let me talk about that. I will use annotator. Yeah. So let's try to understand. Right. So team, okay, what happens when you specify disposition? New, this is very important and entry question also. So new means you are telling to the system, this is new file. It is not existing in the system. That you are telling. So new means you are directly telling to the system. You means developer. By this you are specifying. So B17 dot file 1 is not existing. Is not existing. Are you clear? That is the meaning of it. Let's say you specified a new example. Okay, I'll give a simple example. I guess everyone is from India. When Indian, you have a Indian information and all. Though some people are attending from other countries. So you entered a PAN card, okay, while you're registering some application. So if you are creating an account, the PAN card should not be there in their database. Or you say is Gmail ID. While I am creating an account, I should not give the Gmail ID which is already existing. Because you're creating an account, if you're creating an account, the mail ID should be unique. Okay, there will be a question. No, I have given the older one. What happens? It will throw error stating that mail ID is already existing. Same, you specified a new, that is nothing but like creating a mail ID, or here is a PS file. Okay, file basically. Okay. Now, there is a possibility, since you mentioned a new, if the file is already existing, it will throw JCL error stating that the file already existing, duplicate data set. And if you specify new and really the file is not existing, then it is going to create temporarily. The data set is going to create temporarily. Then Once it is created temporarily, and if there is no issue, there is no problem at all with this code, so then it will go to catalog. So the control will go from new to catalog when there is no problem at all. Okay. Then if control might go from new to delete. Okay. When something went wrong. Okay. Abnormal, it is abend. There is something called abend. Okay. ABE. I'm a poor in writing using this. Abend. Okay. Abend. So when there is an abend, then control will go to delete. When there is an abend, control will go to the delete. If there is no abend, then control will go to from new to catalog. Are you clear? Okay, right. So let's again discuss new. If the file is not existing, it is going to create on temporary basis. After that, it is going here. Yes, assume that there is no problem. See, syntax error is different and append is different. So syntax error is syntactical is different. Okay. So here is not a syntax issue. Control will not come or go because of the syntax. There is a concept of append. So I'll talk about append later. A, B, append. Okay. We'll talk about that event eventually later. Okay. So now the file is got created temporarily. Catalog means store that file information in the cat. Okay. Store that file information. Store that, file information. Store that file information in catalog table. So nothing but like a file. Okay. So the file details should be stored somewhere. That table is called cataloged table. So in the cataloged table, it contains who created the file, when it got created, what is the record length, the history of the file. The history of the file is going to store in the cataloged one. Okay. That is the meaning of it. Next. So there is a possibility that something went wrong in this code. There is a append. There is a append. Then control will go from new to directly delete. So either catalog will work or delete will work. Either one of them. So if it is an append, it will go to delete. So what happens? Whatever the data set is created temporarily, it is going to delete it from the temporary place. That is the meaning of delete. Okay. So I hope you're clear. So this is the disposition. This is the status, normal position, what you should do, abnormal position, what you should do it. So from status to it will go either to normal or either to abnormal. It will go to either one of the place. Is it clear?
Hi, Venkat.
Yeah.
So, if in case I will not write any one parameter, how it will work?
So default is new delete, delete is the parameter. Okay. So by default, it is a new delete, delete.
Okay.
So when it comes to the disposition, by default is a new delete, delete. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Venkat, in case of new delete, the file will not be created at any time. Is it so?
It will be created now because if it is a successful execution, then this one and this one will be executed. If it
Yes,
is
but
a
we are
unsuccessful,
writing.
okay,
Mhm.
let me change the color of this.
But you said new delete, right? Or new catalog
Yeah,
delete.
if you don't write dispersion itself, ultimately you will not be able to see the file after execution.
Okay, okay, that's what I was asking. Thank you.
Okay, are you clear, team?
I have a question.
Go ahead, go ahead. You are good to ask.
Uh, in what scenarios a file can abend?
It's not about file, okay? It's early for, okay, your question is valid, no doubt. But if you park your question for, 2 days, then I can give the better answer, okay? The reason why, because you should know, people, okay? Yeah, so as simple as I'll give eventually later, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, basically, it's not about file event, okay? In this scenario, if you write something wrong here, if the program is name is wrong, there is a possibility of abend. Okay. So, but in case of DD, generally you don't get an abend because of this DD statement. Okay. All three lines belongs to one statement only, because these are all not statements. These are all parameters belongs to DD. Okay. So I hope you got the answer.
Yes.
So answer here for your question. So in this scenario, if the program itself is a wrong, then you will get an abend. Okay. So we will discuss, little bit more that later. Okay,
All
team.
right.
Yeah, go ahead. You can ask me. Okay. You no need to raise hand. Once other one person is asked the question, immediately you can ask.
Oh, sir,
Yeah, yeah.
hello. Sir, what is the difference between uncatalog and delete? Oh, why can't we give uncatalog in the place of delete? If there is any
Okay.
difference?
Yeah, there is a difference. Okay. I'll tell you the real example. Okay. I'll bring them more theoretical. It's very valid also. You have a house. There is address for your house. You have a house, but there is no address for that house. So when you have an address, easy for anyone to come to your address. Correct?
Yes.
So you told me, and I'm planning to come to your home. Okay. You told to me that come to my home, but you did
Uh,
not say address to me. You
okay.
told come to Hyderabad, okay, and come to this particular X place in Hyderabad.
Okay.
X place, there are so many houses. Which address I should go? Okay, you told even up just details, not detailed way. So that is called uncatalog. Uncatalog is nothing but you are not storing address on a specific place. Catalog
Okay.
means you are adding an address to that. I
Okay.
hope you are clear.
Yes. 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 Okay.
Yeah. So differences between catalog and uncatalog with real example in JCL and in detailed way. So very, very important what we need. If you don't write it, you will get half of the future. Okay. Okay. So I guess I feel we got a good description. I'll go with it. So it's very important, team. The reason, okay, everybody should know it. That's why I'm explaining with this help. Okay. Catalog statement is used to catalog a data set is created, modified. So whenever you modify or create, the details are going to store in the cataloged file. Okay, this makes the data set available for future access by its name without needing to specify location. I told you, right?
Yes.
It
Yes.
is a catalog. I can easily can retrieve your address details. Okay, so catalog means there is a proper details will be there. While I am searching, while I am looking, for that catalog dataset, I no need to specify the volume, okay, specific location, right? You can able to access by their name only. So when dataset is cataloged, it can be referenced by its name without a location. This catalog keeps track of the dataset attributes, including the location, organization, and all of them. Okay, so that is the key feature. When it comes to the uncatalog, statement is to uncatalog the dataset, removing an entry from the catalog. This means the dataset will no longer will be accessible by its name through catalog. So if you give a uncatalog, you should access by, you have to specify the name of the file plus where is the location. You have to specify the location of the file explicitly if it is uncatalogued file. Okay. So I will show you that also practically now only. So apart from that, any other queries for anyone and for anyone?
Can we access both deleted files as well as uncatalogued files?
So deleted is different, uncatalogued is different. Uncatalogued means it is there somewhere. Okay, deleted means it is not there at all, right? So deleted means if you give the volume plus dataset name, you cannot get it. So catalog means you can get it at least by using dataset name and the corresponding volume.
Okay.
Venkat,
Yeah.
in which scenario we are using uncatalog? Like why we don't have to, we no need to know the location.
So there is some GDZs, okay, when we have a concept of GDZs, right? Generation data group, okay. That time we need to uncatalog it. It's okay. If we don't want to store that file name, we can uncatalog it.
Yeah.
So when there is a concept of GDZ, you will get an idea about that.
Okay.
So can you see, you can see the conclusion, okay? I'll tell you conclusion. I guess conclusion also gives you a little bit an idea. When you use, so uncatalog, right? So while uncataloging helps to maintain a clean environment by removing the unnecessary entries, you don't want to store all the file information in the catalog table that is called catalog table, where your files details will be there. So if you don't want to store unnecessarily files, then you can uncatalog it. If you want to get back, you can get it by using file name and their volume. I hope you got the answer.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
sir, for new, here you mentioned new, so no need to uncatalog for this file, right? In this
No, can
normal
be done.
condition.
No, it can be done. Okay.
Oh,
Because if you specify new uncatalog, you are creating a file, but you're not storing the file information in the cataloged table.
okay.
Okay.
I
So
got
it can be done. It is a valid. Nothing
okay.
is wrong in that.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Nice. I am getting, and I know the questions keep coming. I'm happy to listen, happy to answer. Okay. So, yeah. So, yeah. Any other queries?
I
No.
have one more.
Yeah,
If
go ahead. Go ahead.
um, like in mainframes where the data gets stored, and if we can see all the files and access the data, how can we do that? Like, can we run queries or something? How can we access the file data and how can we look
Uh,
at the data?
yes, I guess. Okay, issue, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
noted. So immediately, okay, I might be repeating. The question is valid. Okay, as a newcomer, it is perfectly fine. But we talked about all of them already in a TSO SPF.
Oh,
But
okay.
still I'll give it in high level so that for whoever attended TSO SPF, for them it like a recap or reiterating the answer. So uh, uh, we can see the data in 3.4.1. The data is going to store in hard disk, that is called dash D, DASD dash D. Okay, so we have a dash D,
Okay.
or we have something called tape. There is a tape and dash D. These two are the storage device. Example, in our laptop, there is a hard disk. So this is similar to hard disk. But in a C drive, D drive, in a folder, you create a content, right? That is a file. You got it?
Yes, yes. And the option is 3.4.1, right?
Yeah, you will see that. Don't worry. Okay, we are going to see it.
Okay.
Okay, in a while, because you should know whether the file got created, right? After submitting.
Okay.
We'll go back there. So I hope no more questions. Now, I saved the content. You please observe here, team. These are all belongs to DD. So don't think that these are all total. Okay. So 3, 4, 5 lines are nothing but one statement, one JCL statement, because these are all the parameters on DD. So I'll save, submit. We got max is 0. So when we get max is 0, yeah.
Sir, I have a question. What about the volume serial? It's not mentioned here.
We should mention, but it's okay. Even if you don't specify, it works. I'll give volume serial SPL001. So I will change the file name from file2. That is the syntax to specify the volume serial. You can see the file got created. Now, so give me some time, then I'll answer all your questions. Okay, so we submitted this code. Okay, and we got max CC 0, maximum condition code 0, means there is no syntax error. Max CC 0 means there are no syntax errors. Super, well and good, right? Uh well and good, and but file got created or not, that we need to check it. So first I will go to the spool. How I can go to the spool, by the way? Start. I'll give the screen name for this screen, JCL. So means, okay, first screen is the JCL. Now I will go to the spool, start M5 and ST. I'll give the screen name spool. Okay, I can see third one is the spool. Swap list to see the numbers. First screen is the JCL, third screen is the spool. I'll press F3. So already there are so many jobs. I will purge them, because don't purge this job. TSU, the one which is TSU, right? Don't purge it. And which is in execution. Don't submit this job at any cost. If you submit this, if you cancel, if you purge it, or if you kill it, it is going to do log off automatically. Don't do that. Okay. So I'm doing a purge. Purge is nothing but removing this job from the spool. So ideally the last job will be our job. So I'll go here, the last one, give a question mark and open yes against the DD name, job entries message. You can see that this line, you no need to worry about it. The next one, allocation for Venkat AJ, step 1. There is a step 1 in this particular name field. and there is allocated to DD name called DD1, and step was executed, condition code 0, and file 2 got created, cataloged, and volume serial number is SPL001. So you may not able to understand everything, but at least you will understand something in that. Few lines you will understand. Okay, is it clear? Now, so here we saw it, but where exactly we can see, right? So how can I use practically that? So I'll go to the second screen, F3. So 3 utilities, 4. I guess someone asked where I can see it, right? I'll give B17, start listing all the files. You can see file 1 and file 2. File 1 on when I did not give volume serial, USR001 it took. I'll press F3. I'll type yes. You can see SPL001 volume. Okay. Now I'll press F3. Yeah, it's time for you to ask the questions. Now I can open this file. I can insert the data as per our choice, same as how you did 3.2, same way. Yeah, it's time for you to ask the questions. Now,
Yeah, hello,
so no
Venkat.
questions. Yeah.
In the fourth line, so you have started the DCB, right? DCB equal to. So is there any specific column like it
I
should be
told you,
start
right?
from?
Okay, as it is a continuation parameter, it should be between 4 to 15. Okay, you need to start. I started now somewhere ninth column. Yeah. So I started ninth column. I have to start between anywhere between 4 to, this is fine. Here I can start this space somewhere else. Okay, between 4 to 14, you need to start. Yeah. So any queries?
Yeah, Venkat, yesterday you told that JCL end with a backslash star, but here we didn't use that, but still we didn't got any syntax error.
Black, come again.
Backslash star.
Oh, that is, we use for comment purpose. We use this one for end of the in stream. We use to end of the JCL, we use 2 slashes.
Okay.
Right. You see this was end of the JCL, which means that after there is a 2 slashes like identifier, but after 2 slashes, I did not write anything. I kept everything as a blank till 72. Hence, we can call as a commented when it's end of the JCL. So it has a meaning of identifier. It is a meaning of, it has a meaning called uh, end of the JCL. I hope you got the answer.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So this is all about how you can create the file. Now I'll submit again. So we should get an error. Okay, you got an error. That is JCL error. Okay, we don't know what is the reason for that. So how to go to the spool? I'm opening again. Start M5 on the server. On ASP.NET panel, there is option called M. Then within M, there is option called file, and you can type ST. So ST means status of all the jobs. Okay, I should have shown job ID 282. Give a question mark against the job ID. and type yes. You can see duplicate dataset name on volume SPL001. Now, what I do, team, if I refresh it, file 1, file 3 is there. Are you clear? Before I explain something else, yeah. Any queries? Now,
Hi Venkat. In yesterday class, you rem- in yesterday class you remind that you are going to explain today about just 2 and just 3.
we'll take it. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks for reminding that. Okay. So let me explain something. I'll continue this one. Yeah. Anything else apart from that from anyone?
Yeah, hi Venkat. You mean JCL error means already it is existing dataset, right? Which is
See,
already created.
JCL error means which you don't follow the syntax. Example, here each parameter should be separated by comma, correct? So you should give disposition equal, but you remove the equal. Is it the valid syntax? No, right? And whereas, so you should give author name when there is a space within a single quotes, but you did not give single quotes. Something else you gave. Okay, so space within the space, the first one should be a track only, but you kept 3 comma 6 in place of track. Then you will get an error. So those are all syntax errors. The rules which I mentioned yesterday, if you don't follow them, you will get the syntactical errors. That is called JSL internal error.
Okay, Venkat, thank you.
So, sir, I have one question in Notify. I saw in mainframe blog that in Notify many people used SYSUID, something like that.
Sorry.
Sys in the Notify parameter. In blog, I just randomly I saw the program JCL programs and all, where they mentioned
Yeah, I
sys.
understood. Sorry. Yeah, I got it. We'll come to that, madam. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
The reason, okay, there are few things I parked so far 3. Yours is
Okay.
the one someone asked something else yesterday. Someone asked. Okay. So 3 questions I parked. Let's take it later.
Okay, sir. Okay, just I randomly saw that in Google. That's why I asked you, sir.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Don't no problem. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it is within the boundary within our content, we are good to discuss. Otherwise, I might say that okay, you guys can explore. Now, what question you asked, we are going to do answer.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now, so I am giving file 3 and I'm giving uncatalog so that you guys can understand practically. Uncatalog. So save it. Okay. I'll submit it. Let's see. We got 0. Go to the spool 3F9 ST and give question mark against the job. Type this. Okay. You can see that there is a file 3 not uncatalogued. So volume serial SPL001. Okay, no problem. So let's go there. 1 F9, 2 F9. Are you able to see file 3? Are you able to see file 3? No.
No.
I will enter here volume serial SPL001. Are you able to see file 3? Now, there are some files we are not able to see, like file 1, because it is on user 0. See, the data sets which are on this volume, we are listing. File 2, file 3, file 99, JCL lib. Okay. So this is the one difference. If it is a uncatalogued, you should give volume serial. Okay. If it is a catalog, I can access through that variable in data set name only.
Venkat, in spool, why it was showing not uncatalogued? It should be uncatalogued, right?
I agree. Yeah, we'll see
Yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah,
Why
sure,
it's
sure.
coming that. That's why immediately I went to there I saw it. Okay. Okay. Any other queries? So the way of uncatalog is totally different. Okay. I'll tell you that. Okay. It will become a little bit advanced topic. We'll discuss that later if time permits. Okay. Any queries? Now. So let me spend some time on the, spool team. I'll submit the job. As I told you, we will get the job ID. So job ID is a 288. So I'm going to the spool from here, start M5. That is a spool. You can see that, and ST. So now you can see on SDSF primary option menu. If you want to know, you cannot access all the commands, whatever we are typing ST that is coming from here. Like that, if you want to see the jobs which are in held, the jobs which are got executed output, the jobs which are about to execute, that will be input queue. If you want to know active users, you can type DA. So we might get an error. Yeah, you can see we are getting only one user. So we don't have an authorization. Otherwise, I can see who are logged in. I can see all of them. Right? If you type ST, I can see all the jobs which are about to execute, which got executed, which are in the process of execution. I can see all of them. So there, go to the spool, you can see the, command you can type under that, some command against the job. We saw question mark under P. P means purge. Okay, if you want to purge only one job, type P, hit the enter and type P, okay, P, like this. Against every row, you can type a P and you can see the line number keep changing. 4, 5, 6, like this. If you want to purge the block more than one job at a time, //P, where first slash is started, the bottom one also same position should start. Under N, I started the first slash. Same ending also should be like this. Enter, enter. Okay. So don't purge this job at any cost. So there is a TSU and priority always 1. And this one row, okay, is a unique job ID, unique job descript job. Don't purge this job at any cost. Yeah. Okay. So then I'll try to bring, super user ID. I have the super user. So I have to check the password. Then I'll show some more options later. Okay, team. Any queries? Okay, I will upload this video also in YouTube channel. Okay, it is there. It will be there for public. You can watch the video. Okay.